Hi, this is Emma from Centered Within, and I did a reel in both, a YouTube short and a reel in Instagram, but I just can't give out all the information in such a short space of time. So that's why I'm doing a video as well. I know that videos aren't being picked up or sent out, or they're not meeting the algorithms. I just cannot condense everything into a 90-minute or 60-minute or 15-second reel. I just can't do it. I do find that I tend to, on Facebook, just talk, and then I'll do a reel on Instagram and a short on YouTube. And then if I feel called, I have to do one of these, a video, and post them. And I trust that the information will get passed because that's the way energy works, algorithm or not. And this is what I wanted to talk about because I spoke at length on Facebook about energy. I was just reading a post from this wonderful woman, Tamara, Kinetic Energy, I think her name of her company is. Beautiful woman. And she was just talking about the energy at the moment because it is huge. There is lots of changes. It feels very big, unsettling, quiet. It's like all the things. And you'll hear me talk about when you feel a certain way, it's always good to check in with an astrologer or friends or maybe your mentor, whoever it is you're working with. If you're not working with, maybe a friend, to find out what's going on. Are they feeling this way? Do they sense something? And you may have things as your go-to, as a way to navigate certain unusual energies. Now, if they're not working, you may have to change it and switch it. Because I noticed yesterday what I normally would do was not working. It was actually making me feel more agitated. And looking back today, there are things I could have done, but in the moment, I didn't recognise it. So you have to feel what's going right for you in the moment, what feels going right for you at the moment. Hindsight is a wonderful thing because you have other elements of information. Because in between yesterday and today and sitting here now, I've spoken to other people. So I've gained more awareness, understanding and knowledge. Back to yesterday, I didn't have that. So with what I had, the knowledge I had available to me, I did what I felt was right for me. And what I ended up doing actually sectioning off elements of what I did and made it short. I couldn't sit still for a long period of time, which I normally can do. It's like here, I've been sitting here for, I don't know, about an hour. I mean, I could sit for a lot longer, but I've been videoing, talking for a long time. It's actually longer than an hour. I'm able to do that for a long period of time, but yesterday was just too much. So I changed my routine, what I would normally do, very, very quickly, so I could navigate what was going on. There's been other times that I found that I needed to rest for a period of time. There are other times that I felt I needed to go for a walk. Yesterday I had to sort of put things into sections and finish that and then move on to something else. So first of all, it's recognising that this may be beyond a relationship you're going through, a work problem, maybe a deterioration of a relationship, maybe moving, maybe a divorce. There's something else and you can feel it's something else. And it's like what to do within that. When you don't fully understand it, then this is where the self-care comes in. This is where the understanding that looking after yourself, being present in the moment as much as you can be, because when the energies are like that, it can be very difficult. I've struggled even sitting down watching a film. And I love watching films. That's what I do. I don't always get a chance to watch a whole film if I'm working. I watch a big chunk of it and then the next day I watch the next chunk of it. Yesterday, 40 minutes was too much. And that's when I recognised that there was something going on. Because We are linked to energy everywhere. Every connection, relationship, everything we have, there is energetics attached because it is energy. Now we become used to the way things are. Something will change, but you'll recognize, oh, I've changed my diet. That's why I'm probably feeling like this. My relationship's not doing very well. This is maybe why I'm feeling like this. I've just had a major argument. This is why I'm feeling like this. I don't feel very well. So when there's things happening, you can tap into think, okay, or you've checked in with your astrologer, or you know that the planetary lineup, it gives you an indication. But then when there's something else, you're like, well, what is that? And you don't necessarily always know. And as Tamara said, it also can be the gap in between. Now, the gap in between is what Tamara was talking about, is let's say you're moving house, but you haven't moved yet. There's a gap in between. You're leaving here, you're moving there, but it hasn't happened yet. So energetically, you're separating from here and partially putting yourself there, but there's all this in between. All these jobs you've got to do, all these goodbyes you've got to say, all these changes you know you've got to implement, all these things that you're stopping here. That is the gap in between. So if you are going through a process, remember that gap in between has an impact as well, because there's so many elements attached. But if you think, right, there is that, but what is this as well? There are times we just have to allow it to be, but find a way that we can navigate it. How can we, because it will pass, it will change, but how can we be with it, in it, amongst it, whilst it's going on? Because we can't pick up the energy and chuck it over somewhere. It's all over. And the thing is, like, we're in a cobweb. It's like my mentor describes. And we are intrinsically linked to so many things. Ourselves, our friends, our connections, what's going on for them. And then it spreads out, world events, going out of the stuff in the galaxy. It goes back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. This is quite an in-depth conversation, but I want to share it because I can't squeeze this into 90 seconds. And 90 seconds is on Instagram, on YouTube, it's 60 seconds. So what can you do? Now, it may change from time to time because there may be another wave that comes in a month's time. You're like, well, what's this? And what you did last month, it's not working. But maybe go to something else. Maybe last time you had to do stuff and this time you need to rest. Allow that to sort of come in. Allow that to be. Allow that to unfold naturally. Because then the next wave might come in and then you try something else. And you're always building a tool. It's like you've got a belt round you of all these tools that you can pick and choose. And sometimes you make up your own as well. Because you've used this one for so long, and you amalgamate the two. Always put that down as this tea that I use. It started off, I think I want to say it started off with lemon and ginger. Then it was honey, lemon and ginger. And now I put sea moss gel in it. And it was just a combination of different people's drinks I amalgamated into one. So it's just like, that's my tea. That's my real morning, healthy, ritual, healing tea. I love it. I have 2 cups every morning. That's just what I do. So you will find all these things and you'll keep them in your belt and you'll put up one and you think this really works. Another time this is not working. Okay, put it back, try another one. But it's okay that this one's not working. Why is it not working? Because it's just not. There's something that's going on that's just not quite sitting right. But it's okay. Because this energy that I was even speaking to my mentor, even she didn't fully understand it. And maybe we're not meant to fully understand it. Why should we? We can't understand everything. But what we can do is learn how to navigate it, learn how to be in it and understand it's going to be okay. We may be feeling really off or really agitated and it's okay. So if we're feeling this way, that maybe we won't, if we've had an argument, we'll just leave that argument and not go back, because it's just going to explode even more, and just say, like, today's not a good day to pick this argument up, or can we pick this up another day, because you think I might really say something I regret, type of thing. Or you were going to go out, but it's just like, no, this is just not going to work for me, type of thing, because there's all these different things. And it's about looking after yourself, caring for yourself, being as grounded in the moment and present in the moment as you possibly can be. Because when you're truly aligned with who you are, you can navigate it with a greater sense of clarity and foundation. You're still going to feel all over the place, because I did yesterday. I was just, oh my gosh. And today when I spoke to my mentor and she'd spoken to someone else, I was just like, oh yeah, okay. And then I've already seen on Facebook people talking about it, because if 3 people that I know that are feeling it, and we're all feeling it in different ways, there's no way it's just the 3 of us. And I'm in the UK, someone's in America, and someone's in Australia. You know, energies they're not bound and kept. They are expansive and huge. And it is attached to everything. So many layers and so many elements. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that needs to be shared, because now I feel better that I've put it into this. And my intention is to share the message, and whoever needs to hear it will hear it. Algorithms will allow this to happen. I just trust. And I just still put my little reel in there as well, just so you get to know that there's ways that you can work with me one-on-one. I get to guide you through and navigate you through said energies, teach you about the energies from my perspective, from my understanding, from my knowledge, my skills, and what I've learned on the way. How it's intertwined with anything in your life, everything in your life, and in other people's. And it goes on and on and on and on. Animals as well. There's huge, huge impact on animals as well. It doesn't just stop at us. It continues out. And that's why I connect on such a level with animals as well, because how I connect with you and how animals connect with me, to this day, it still blows my mind. It really does. It's just such a beautiful thing. It really, really is. And that's how the healing work is the understanding. It's the messages that are sitting in the energy. It's showing you about how you connect with your animals, in your relationships. You connect to have a relationship with everything. With your car. Might sound crazy, but you do. You have a relationship, a connection with everything. And that relationship and connection has an impact on your life and others as well. But we're looking at your life, your internal world, and how that can be supported and guided. How that's part of your healing process, because the healing process is an amalgamation of many things. This is an element of it. And obviously looking at energies intertwined with everything. It's the energy in food, in drink, it's everything. But it's that connection in between. And the messages that are just sitting there. I'm just seeing if there's anything else. I think that's it. Sending you so much love. Bye.